Alright, here we've got Shockman Collection Volume 1 being played on Nintendo Switch. Courtesy of Rally Games, publisher. So, this is the first game, Shockman 1, originally released on TurboGrafx 16 back in the day. So, this is a hack and slash platformer. You pick one of two characters. I picked the male character here. And it kind of feels like a Golden Axe meets meets Bionic Commando in the sense that you can move around a map to pick whichever level you want to go to, as long as the path connects to that level. That's the only Bionic Commando aspect of this game, really. But you present with the option to move, so you can move to various level. You can repair yourself, which costs a lot of money. You can go to a shop to buy. We can open up a shop. Well, this is a shop here. Just professor guy says, "Hey, you want to buy this for X money?" I don't have money right now, so I'm not gonna buy anything. You can buy a hint as well for I think it's $300. Oh, yeah, $300 for a hint. Or you can move. I'll go ahead and wait. Can I? No, I can. Okay. So the first level here. And just kind of literally throws you in. So you have an attack here. You can duck, you can jump, and that's the extent of it. Oh, you also have the option to rewind, which is nice. Or you can fast forward, which is nice too. So the game is pretty fun for a action platformer back in the 90s, maybe late 80s. I don't recall when it came out, because I don't think it came out in the US. I think it was Japan only. But I mean, it's okay. The controls are a little slippery. He does walk like he's on ice. They both do, actually. And the jumping feels a little slow. And not very high either. It feels a little bit delayed. Okay, and then when you get to the map here after beating the first boss, you end up saving somebody, and they go ahead and offer free to rest, free of charge, so you refill your health. And then you just move on to the next stage. Now what's cool about the game is initially I thought, oh, well, you're going to have to revisit the stage and end up having to redo the stage, but you don't. Which is really nice. You don't have to revisit the stage at all. You can just go back to it and go along the path to a stage you haven't been to yet. Pretty neat. I like that. So, would I recommend this game? I mean, if you're going to get just one of them, I believe they're both available separately as well. I would suggest getting the second game. The second game is more akin to like Mega Man than this. So two different games entirely, two different ways of totally two different genres, really. But I mean, Shockman, the first game is okay. It's not great. It's not aged well. Decent music. Graphics are cool. I like the graphics. Animation's nice. But there's just too much negative aspects of the gameplay that I really don't enjoy playing this game much. Now, had I played it back in the day, back in the TurboGrafx 16, when it came out, yeah, maybe I would like it more. It's a decent game. Let's go ahead and move on now to the second game, and we'll take a look at that. Alrighty, here we have Shockman 2, the second half of the Cyber Citizen Shockman Collection Volume 1. This is the second game, a New Menace. This is a run-and-gun platformer, very similar to Mega Man. Also came out on the TurboGrafx 16. The only game in the series we got here in the US. And it plays a lot better than the first one. Again, you can play as either a male or a female character. The difference here with this one, though, is that unlike the first one, you have a map and you have like a way to buy items and such. You don't have that in this one. You just pick a character and you go through the 8 stages one by one. And that's really it with this one. Just like with the first game, you can rewind and fast forward. So it's kind of neat. I like that. The platforming's okay. It's way better than the first one. It doesn't feel slippery or sluggish at all. Shockman has a nice weight to it. Well, him or her, I guess. Shockman. The main character has good weight. You can turn on cheats with this game if you wanted. You can do infinite bits. You can do invulnerability. I actually chose to start on the first stage instead of the introductory stage. I also like how the game breaks up the gameplay. So, like, it'll be a run-gun shooter, right? But then it'll become like a side-scrolling shooter, which is kind of neat, kind of different. One thing about the bosses, though, is that you can't really do much damage to them unless you are using your charge shot. They don't really take much damage unless you're doing the charge shot. And for that reason, your gun feels kind of like a pea shooter when it comes to the boss, honestly speaking. But I keep dying. Oh, come on. Try not to die here. I like how it's doing the graphical glitch thing when I'm rewinding. There we go. And they have the story, which is okay. It's not great. It's kind of mediocre, honestly speaking. Not bad, just kind of meh. But like I said, here's where it changes the gameplay. So the different stages can be different genres, which is kind of cool, kind of neat. I like that. I like the fact that it's now it's not only it's a run gun shooter, but it's now a side-scrolling shmup, which is kind of cool. I like it. So yeah, Shockman 2, definitely better than the first game, in more ways than one. In a lot more ways than one. And yeah, it was a great collection. Definitely suggest checking it out if you haven't checked out the Shockman games on the TurboGrafx 16. Now's your chance to check it out on modern platforms. Now, one thing I do want to mention with this collection is that you do have an in-game menu to adjust settings and such. Unfortunately, I can't figure out how to actually bring it up. None of the buttons that I pressed actually work. So I'm assuming it's a button combination that you have to hit that I just don't know what the combination is. There's nothing in the menu to tell you what the control is to get the menu up. There is no documentation I can find online that'll tell you. So keep that in mind. There is an in-game menu. I just don't know how to access it. So, yeah, I will go ahead and end the review here. I want to thank Right On Games for the opportunity. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. As always, like I said, take care and happy gaming.